from the Religious Harmony group, and what we are going to do in our coming weeks is just to explain the uh, situation of religious in Tibet and how about the religious disharmony happenings in Tibet. So through our chart, I came to understand that most of our counterparts in US are curious to know about the religious situations in Tibet. So why don't we explain something about the religious problem in Tibet? So we're going to in the coming weeks we are going to share something about the religious disharmony in Tibet happening. So in this aspect, first of all, it's clear that the religious disharmony in Tibet was not between the major religion. It was mainly it was happening between the between the sections of the one individual religion, especially Buddhism. Buddhism have in Tibet we have four major sects, and there are other sections, small section. In total, there are 6 or 7 sections. So most of the what we call conflicts happens between these small groups. So most of the in total the religious disharmony happens in Tibet in between these social small sections. And we have we don't have a very rare issue of the religious disharmony between major religion, because in Tibet we have uh, earlier we have Hun tradition. It was other than Buddhism, and we have Buddhism, and we have small quantity of the Muslim community. But in the course of history, we don't see much religious problem among these religious group. And so and then we will explain a little bit about the formations of these small sections of group lineage. We have Sakya, Gilu, Nyingma, and we will speak about these formations and differences of these small religious sections. And then we will speak about the conflicts, how conflicts, and most of the things the conflicts happen because to claim the seats to run the government. In from the 10th century, the Tibetan government was mainly ruled by the one individual, what do you call, in the religious sections. Like from 10th from 10th century, it was ruled by the, I think, Sakya, and then it was followed by other Kakyus, and then in the 16th century, from the 16th century, the Tibetan government was what we call all powered by the Gelugpa tradition, and it was end in 2012, I think. So within this course of history, and there were in 10th century and 12th century, in this area there were lots of conflict occurred between the intersections, because to claim the seats thrown to run the government. But since the Gelugpa what we get for tradition to run the government, there isn't very there hardly have any what we call the problem of religious disharmony was reduced. And since then, we have today we have in the today's exile community, we don't see any religious disharmony. But we have one problem these days. There are the peoples we have people of their group called Shukden. They are propagating against the Dalai Lama, because they say that the Dalai Lama denied them to follow their tradition, because Shukden is another sections of Gelugpa tradition. So Dalai, previously Dalai Lama used to follow the tradition, but later in the part, because of he experience because he experienced experiment doing some experiment, he came to know that it's not a good what do you call, path. So he denied that follow. And at the same time, many Tibetan Gelugpa too followed the Dalai Lama sites. And with these stories, there happened to be a big difference between Dalai Lama and anti-Dalai Lama. such things are happening in today's what do you call developing society. And rest of all, we have a peaceful what do you call society. Thank you.